All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother lawyer, coming back with a quick lesson. I teach at the Great Millstone Nashville camp, and this lesson will be entitled, The Harvesters Are Not Satan's Army, or the harvesters are the angels. All right. And so this is a comment that I received on a video that I posted dealing with the chariots, or a chariot that I seen a few days ago. And he left this comment. This guy, as you see, his name Jagdish. All right, we're gonna call him JD for short. All right, so he left the comment, and this is what it says. It says, this is a reminder from 25 years earlier when Independence Day was released. You know the movie Independence Day? All right. Except harvesters are Satan's army. So I replied back and I said, harvesters are Satan's army? He replied back, yes. And I said, any scriptures to validate that? And then I said, vain opinions are not edifying. All right, so we about to correct them through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Now we know that in the time of the harvest, really, the angels are going to do. They're going to be doing the reaping. So we're going to start right here with Matthew 13, and we can start at 36. All right. And what I'm going to be doing is I have my actual Bible right here in front of me, and I'm going to be quoting or reading scriptures out the Bible, all right, while, getting scriptures on my phone. So this is Matthew 13 and 36, all right? And this goes into the tares, the wheat and the tares. Then Yahweh Shai sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. All right. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom. Now, who are the children of the kingdom? The Israelites. All right. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. Who's the wicked one? Go to Malachi, chapter 1. It tells you that E is the border of wickedness. Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness, which we know who Esau, Edom is today. All right. And also, too, you wicked Israelites are like unto that bad seed. All right. Anyway, just want to say that. It says, verse 39, the enemy that soweth them is the devil, the deceiver. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. All right. So the people that are reaping are the angels. Now let me get something else too. Salaki. Let me get this too, because I forgot about this. This is Matthew 9, or yeah, I get Matthew 9. Now this is Matthew 9 and 37. Make it the King James Version. It says, then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. So really the harvesters are the prophets of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and the men that teach the like doctrine. So really the harvesters or the laborers are the prophets that are on the highways and byways pushing this truth. All right. Not Satan, man. All right. Just want to throw that out there. Let me go right back. All right, let's keep reading. Now, as we read, it says the harvest is the end of the world, which we're heading toward that. All right, we're at the end of the world. We're at the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom, and I gotta get that. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. It's in the Apocrypha. Not meaning. Oh, okay, it popped up anyway. This is second Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the ones that's gonna be rooted or like doing a harvest, you have crop that's plucked up. Then you have the weeds. You get rid of the weeds, all right, and you keep the crop. So basically, Esau, Edom, and these other nations, they are like unto the weeds. You're gonna have um people that look like Israelites, so-called Blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, but they're not. Their forefathers, to go right back to a heathen, so-called white man, Asian, African, right? Not an Israelite. It's all about the seed of your father. That's why it's going into seeds, because the man carries the seed. All right. So let me get off of that. No, stopped up. Salaki. Anyway, verse 40, as therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire. The fire is coming, which is the nuclear destruction. The ICBM, the arrows that shall be shot. So shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend them which do iniquity. All right. And shall cast them into a furnace of fire that should be wailing and gnashing of teeth. All right. So let's get some more precepts. So right here in verse 39 it says, the enemy that soweth them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are his angels. All right, so let's go to Joel 3 and 13. Bear with me. All right, so this is Joel. Where'd it go? Right before Amos. All right, this is Joel 3 and 13. Actually, I started 12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment. For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about. Why? For the controversy of Zion, for what they have done to the Israelites, which you can read about at the beginning of Joel, all right? Which I'll read it real quick. And this is Joel 3 and 2. It says, and I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right? So going into how these other nations have sold Israelites into captivity, which we are still we are still in captivity to this day. All right, Joel 3 and 13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. And so, like how also in the Apocrypha says that wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. So now judgment is about to come forth. It has to be judgment issued. Now let me get something else. Of course, I'm going to go to Revelation 14, which deals with the harvest. let me go to Jeremiah 51 and 33. And this is going to go into the daughter of Babylon. Now, like how I love to go into is how back in the ancient world, Mesopotamia, right, where ancient Babylon is, the land of Iraq, formerly called Iraq today, that land is where Babylon was built up. The ancient kingdom of Babylon, Mesopotamia, all right. This harvest that's spoken of in the scriptures, it did not happen to ancient Babylon. So let's go to Jeremiah 51 and 33. Jeremiah 51 and 33. All right. This is Jeremiah 51 and 33. Let's see. Yeah, Jeremiah 51 and 33. For thus said the Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. So the daughter of Babylon is America. All right. King David even prophesied about the daughter of Babylon, which is in Psalm 137. This is Psalm 137. And I started 7. It says, Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon. So Edom is the daughter of Babylon. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So how you so-called white people have served the so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, you're going to be rewarded with that. All right. And you're going to be a part of that harvest that's spoken of in Isaiah, the 63rd chapter. All right. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone. And that's what you had done to us. And it's all in the history books. All right. So now let's go to Salakia. Let me go to lost my train of thought. Bear with me. Let's go to Revelation 14. Revelation 14. All right, so this is Revelation 14, starting at 15. And it says, the harvest. That it says, and another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, which is not a literally cloud like how you see up in the sky. All right. It says, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Right. So the angels, like I said, they're gonna be doing the reaping. You know? And actually, I forgot something. So let me go right back to Matthew. Let's see. Let me find it. It was Matthew 24. Yeah, this is Matthew 24. And I started 30. Make sure I'm good with time. I don't make this too long. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. The clouds are the so-called UFOs. All right. And that's why he said something about, the movie Independence Day. All right. But he was wrong saying that how Satan's army, no, it's the army of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which are the angels. All right. And Lord willing, I do a quick lesson on Revelation 14 dealing with the harvest, going into the words about the sickle. If you know something about harvesting, or if we don't know something about, when farmers harvest, I suggest you to look it up. Uh, verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect. So the elect, I lost my train of thought. The elect are the ones that are being gathered in Matthew the 13th chapter. Dealing with the harvest, the angels are going to gather the elect and separate them from the wicked. All right. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven even to the other. So yeah, Israelites were scattered in all nations, and they're going to be gathered from all nations, his elect. All right. Now let me read a little bit more of Revelation 14. Revelation 14, starting verse 16. And he that sat on the cloud, thrusting his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. All right. And another angel came out from the altar which had power over the fire, and cried with a loud and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather of the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. Now Israel is known also as a grape, a cluster grape, or grape of clusters. All right. So let me get that. I can't remember where it's at. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so this is second Esdras. We started around the 20th verse. Yeah, so this is second Esdras. I started this is second Esdras 9, and I started 21. And it says, and I saw and spirited greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster, and a plant of a great people. Let the multitude perish then which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So that's going into the elect. That's going into the remnant that's going to be plucked up, that's going to be saved. All right. And so and also too, let me get something real quick. Let me read verse 19. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Lord. Now this is a different vine, grape, cluster of grapes. Let's go to Isaiah 63. And I'll close it out with this. All right, this is Isaiah. Salaki. This is Isaiah 63. It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, in thy garments like him that treadeth in thy wine fat. So a person, like what they used to do with grapes, what men used to do was go out there and they'll have this bin full of grapes and they will stomp on the grapes, to make wine. So that's what this is representing. Yahweh Shai is gonna come back to trample the Edomites, all right, and the other nations too. It says, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. That's not saying that he's actually gonna come down and, stomp and smash. That represents him taking y'all down with great violence, man. And he's going to actually do this by the way of having the so-called UFOs, the chariots, shoot laser beams. That's why they put in all these movies, War of the Worlds and so forth. Independence Day, they were shooting laser beams. Verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in my heart. So it said, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, in his mind. The word heart means lab in Hebrew, which means mind. And the year of my redeem is come, the year of his redeem, that grape cluster that shall be kept, that's spoken of in 2nd Esdras 9, right? Then you got some that's going to be reaped, put down, destroyed. It says, and I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I would tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I would bring down their strength to the earth. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect. Shalom.